going up against the Atlanta Hawks. So yeah, man, I just got done with practice. But yeah, man, did practice. So now we gotta go against the Atlanta Hawks. So once we do that, I feel like we gotta meet with John Wall to see if we're gonna go against him against the Wizards and stuff. So he do want to cross me up. I'm gonna try to play as much defense as I can. Go from there, man.
It's the 2K Sports
It's the weekend.
Show, sponsored by Kia.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome, everybody. We have the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great, in some minds, Kenny the Jet Smith. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Hawks in Atlanta. Well, for Atlanta, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. And Kyle Korver, one of the best shooters in the game today. It took him a while to get to this level, but that just speaks to his work ethic, doesn't it, Ken?
Yes. Korver has always been a great shooter, but an elite shooter that he is today, that's work. There's no way to be this great a shooter without putting in the work.
Now your turn, Shaq.
And he's improved dramatically in every aspect of his game, not just on the offensive side. Pretty good on the defensive end.
That's good coffee. Oh, what am I doing? Kevin Harlan, take it away.
The Eastern Conference on display featuring the Detroit Pistons. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brett Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. You take a look at it, man. They've hit a rough spot here, Bruce. They still have plenty of time in their season to find their way out.
And right now for the Hawks, their slow start to this season has brought some of this team's issues to light. And this is a team that I didn't think had any issues to speak of.
Well, still some issues do linger, but I think that their strengths easily outweigh those weaknesses. But man, they've already had some off nights this year, more so than they did last year.
I'll send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Kevin, we know here in Atlanta, Mike Budenholzer has assumed the dual role of coach and GM of the Atlanta Hawks. It's a tough task, but he can draw on the experience in San Antonio. Greg Popovich has a similar role. Like Pop, Coach Bud makes sure to listen to his differing opinions and empower the staff. Kevin?
He's done a terrific job, Dave. Thank you. And Brett, we've gone far enough into the season at this point where we can see a few teams now breaking away from the back.
Yeah, it's always surprising, Kevin, when it's a team at the beginning of the year that we didn't expect. That's where we get excited about a team coming from nowhere and starting to do great things.
Good point. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the wings, Caldwell, Pope, and Harris. Andre Drummond is out there with John Moore. And it's Jackson at the point guard position. And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Huge play from Millsap, getting hit on the shot, but still sinking that one over the deep. We have to talk about Paul Millsap with glowing remarks to his skill set. He's one of the most skilled power forwards the NBA has, and you look up and down the stat sheet, he'll do it all. He'll block and steal and rebound and have assists. And oh, by the way, now able to stretch the floor out as a three-point shooter.
And that one misses. And Millsap, since moving to the Eastern Conference rank, finally enjoying the recognition he deserves.
Yeah, a multiple-time All-Star, and he just keeps getting better. Even as he enters his 30s, Paul Millsap puts up impressive statistics.
Detroit on D, and this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
The game is the first of a three-game season series. for these clubs, both looking to take round one.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
Here's Drummond after the basket by Atlanta. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And stolen by Howard. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Millsap. It's Drummond with the rebound. An even 3-on-3 break. Schroeder against Jackson. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Drummond, and it falls over the rim and in. Drummond's got his first points of the game.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Gets to Howard. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And really, Howard is so adept at drawing contact, using those bruising shoulders and muscular frame to his advantage.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you had the feeling that Dwight Howard was going to move on from Houston this last offseason. Ends up opting out and signing on with his hometown team, the Atlanta Hawks. Got a sizable 3-year deal as well.
No good on the second free throw. And for Howard, he was courted by several teams in free agency. Arguably the biggest name at the center spot.
Well, he met with several teams that would have been a good fit, but I think the hometown factor was too hard to pass up with Atlanta. Might be his last big contract in the league. Might as well take it for the team you loved growing up. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Detroit shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And one thing the Pistons have been doing in recent times is honoring the members of the 2004 championship team. Retired several numbers, and rightly so. You know, Gray, that team was special.
And that 2004 had a great cast of characters, many of whom found a rebirth with the Pistons. And that team helped continue the us against the world feeling that the franchise had in the Bad Boys era. Hard to express just how much that team meant to the city of Detroit.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Howard with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Korver, no luck. Jackson dishes to Harris. And it's Lure, top of the key. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. Jackson kicks to Lure. With the shot, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Lure's got his first 2 points of the night. The Hawks trail it. Now the dish to Howard. Millsap a screen. The 3 from Cephalosha. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Atlanta's gone 0-3 from 3-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Atlanta making some changes. Splitters checked in for Howard. Humphreys comes in for Cephalosha. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Splitter kicks to Korver. Millsap down low. He's guarded by Johnson. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Korver.
But when a guy like Paul Millsap gets inside, sometimes your best efforts on D aren't going to mean much.
It's Young on the wing. 1:09 left in the first quarter. Kept alive. Here's Marjanovic, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And Boban Marjanovic came to the NBA last season after his dominance in Europe and showed some real promise. At 7'3", 290 pounds, he's got a 7'8" wingspan. Big men don't get much bigger, but don't be surprised about his skills. He is a great passer.
He hits both from the stripe. And showing himself to be a big-time finisher inside, but Marjanovic also has a soft touch.
Yeah, just watch him, Kevin. When he steps to the free throw line, he'll show off that soft touch for you. The question marks, I think, more are at the defensive end. Can he make the right read? Does he have the quickness to swallow up guys driving to the basket? And probably most importantly, stay out of foul trouble.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Harris. Marjanovic screen on Jack. Harris kicks to Johnson. Morris outside. Here's Young. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The team did their best to contest without fouling, but Young is just so good at bouncing right off him. Just amazing body control.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's the screen. Jack with it. Running down by Morris. Millsap misses. Now Harris. To the left wing. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Again, the Pistons score. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Detroit up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
What are you doing?
And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this thing very seriously.
It's an interesting concept that
I know.
is to take something seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion.
I'm good, though.
To win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for. He feels in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own the paint and just dominate the backcourt.
Control the glass, and you control the pace, and you get those extra possessions, which are huge.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jarrett Jack. That's Thabo Sefolosha. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Splitter in at the center position. Brent, the slam dunk, maybe the most dynamic play in the game. You've got your highlight reel dunkers and your game dunkers. And you've won the dunk contest yourself back in '96. Who are your favorite dunkers in the league right now?
I think the guy I enjoy the most, Kevin, is Russell Westbrook. And it's mostly because of what he does to the rim on his dunk attempts. I mean, there's an incredible violence to what he does in the best way possible. The way that he gets to the rack.
It's amazing. So explosive. He explodes to the rim.
Yeah, and there's a little power and a little anger involved, and all that mixed together makes for one great highlight.
Finally, you're right. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, as always, the Atlanta Hawks run that fluid offensive system that is widely admired. You know, Steve Kerr, our old friend, used to say they get to the next level of their offense. Take away the first option, they automatically get to the second. You take that one, they automatically and fluidly get to the third option. Very few teams do that. Kevin?
Passing and shooting, D, that's what it's all about. Thank you. And Morris drops them both. And so it's Atlanta with it. 8-point game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And really, they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game. I think that probably changes the outcome.
Yeah, that definitely would have had a positive impact on the game. Instead, the defense being played against them became more physical and unafraid to send them to the line. They failed to convert when they were at the charity stripe.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. John Lure is checked in for Morris. Pistons leading by 8. Inside, here's Drummond. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Scott. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Smith against Schroeder. Smith inside. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from before. Hawks have gone 0 for 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Check. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Hawks have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. Free throw good. Jack Howard's checked in for Atlanta. And Detroit with a change here too. Jackson, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer, his players will tell you, does a great job of being inclusive, making everybody from the stars to the reserves feel like they matter. Establishing a collective trust that makes a difference on the court. You can see the communication between staff and players.
Now here is Cephalosha. After the miss from Andre Drummond. Howard gives it over to Schroeder. And here is Cephalosha. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
Now here's Schroeder after the miss from Reggie Jackson. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jack.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Passes it to Harris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Pistons lead by 6. Hawks have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Jack gets it over to Schroeder. Now here is Cephalosha, guarded by Harris. It's taken away by Smith. 8 feet away. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And that's now 6 points for Tobias Harris. Who gets to Howard. Feeds it to Schroeder. He's at the pick.
disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. Really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
And Muscala gets it over to Schroeder. He feeds it to Howard. Now the pass to Muscala. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jack. Again, the miss by Jack. Pistons leading by 8. 7-second difference. Shot in the game clock. Smith outside. There's a good screen. Jackson up top, defended by Jack. Jackson passes to Drummond. It's stolen by Jack. Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Schroeder leading the charge. Off target from the baseline. Harris. That one misses. And so we conclude the first half. Pistons lead by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we gotta keep it up and stay focused. Just do what you've been doing, and it's smooth sailing. Let's go. Come on.
We return to Atlanta with a spectacular look from above. The Sky View Ferris wheel there in the background. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
You just love it when the decision-making is at force anything.
Well, showed great discipline and only took good shots. So we'll see if he can keep that decision-making up here in the third.
Ray, I know you're interested in coaching. You've been approached by several teams in the league. You see some coaches who like to do platoon substitutions, others who prefer to stagger minutes and blend starters with reserves. Put on your coach's hat here for a second. How would you approach it?
I think I have to agree with your team. I mean, there's no way to say I'll be a platoon coach no matter who it is that I have, because your first 5 may be good and your second 5 may be like the guys I play open gym with. And you don't want those guys in the game. So I'm always in favor of keeping one of your main stars on the floor as a conduit and the guy who can keep the rhythm of the offense going, help guys out, establish some confidence, and then swapping those guys out. And then obviously in crunch time, you're putting your best 5 on the floor to go at another team. A lot of coaches have differing views on that. I love the fact that you can platoon guys. I'm not liking the wholesale 5 for 5 shift change. We won't do that.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Harris is out there with John Luke. And it's Drummond at the center.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Chris Humphries was first one of the best rebounders in the league, and now after a few years of tinkering with the jumper, he's become a pretty good shooting big man. After the 2015 playoffs, Wizards coach Randy Whitman suggested that Humphries work on his three-pointer. Humphries said, I hadn't really worked on it ever. I just had to adapt. I went at it trying to expand my game so I can play longer. Kevin?
I'm sure we'll see a lot of players trying to add that 3, Deanne. Thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Splitter is checked in for Howard. and Chris Humphrey subbed in for Thabo Sefolosha. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond. Marcus Morris comes in for Harris. Young's checked in for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And Harris subbed in for Jackson. And last season, the Hawks weren't nearly as dominant as the year before. They lost DeMaury Carroll to the Raptors in free agency. Brent, was that a big enough blow to account for that drop-off, you think?
Well, I think you have to point to improved play overall in the Eastern Conference as to one of the reasons why the Hawks dropped a little bit. Also, Kyle Korver had significant offseason.
That's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they were.
Digital distribution of games via tablets and smartphones here. I know you're looking at one right now. I know you catch games at airports and on the go when you travel.
Well, Kevin Harlan, anytime you're doing a game, it's must-see television, and so I'll watch it.
With the sound down?
No. If anything, I'm connecting 3 Bluetooth speakers to turn it up. I'm totally in with the mobile NBA action, Kevin, especially for our jobs in broadcasting, to be able to be anywhere and pull out your phone and watch NBA action right there, to hear the great announcers that we have for the 30 teams around the league, to get in-depth analysis and coverage. What a tremendous luxury we have to have NBA on the go.
It's the best. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for Atlanta.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And coming into the NBA, Dennis Schroeder drew comparisons to Rajon Rondo for his frame and his quickness. He's already shown himself to be a better shooter than Rondo, but his defense still has a long way to go.
The Hawks have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. That free throw, no good. And Brent, you think of the comparison between Rondo and Dennis Schroeder. They both have a certain cockiness to them, don't they?
Yeah, they play with some bravado out there, and that's one of the first things that you notice about Schroeder. Great confidence. He doesn't back down from the challenge that anyone offers up.
Good on the second free throw. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Harris against Schroeder. Now here is Harris. Not a lot of room. Pass to Morris. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Yeah, I wonder if they went into the laboratory during halftime. Their poise, their execution has been fantastic.
Now here's Splitter. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Millsap dishes to Splitter. Just 4 to shoot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a casualty of the Spurs, freeing up space for LaMarcus Aldridge. They had to trade away Thiago Splitter. He went off to Atlanta.
Yeah, no surprise there. The connection with Budenholzer and the Spurs in tracking down Thiago Splitter to make him a nice addition to this basketball team. One thing you'd like to see is to have Thiago Splitter have a few healthy seasons before it's all said and done.
One of the topics that always seems to come up when players retire is what's next, Brent? You were a 14-year veteran in the league. How big of a change has it been from retirement to when you played, the transition period in between and adapting to it?
Well, I thought about life after basketball for quite some time, and you know, Kevin, from knowing me, that broadcasting was something I was very interested in, so I had the opportunity to talk with a few people after I retired, and I felt like the timing was appropriate and seamless to be able to continue talking about players that I had played with, played against, coaches that I've played with, coaches that I've played against, and continue to pass along at least some of the knowledge and maybe some of the perspective that I've had throughout the course of 14 long, celebrated years in the game.
Fun years. Any thoughts to coaching?
Yeah, some thoughts to coaching. Eventually, when my boys get a little bit older, I'll coach somebody else's kids. Right now, I'll coach my own.
You'd be terrific. Here's Harris after Jared Jackson scored. Harris kicks to Marjanovic. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Korver. Basket good. And the Pistons lead by 13.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Picked by Humphries. And Jack, here we go. Pulled the shot a little less like a bounce. Goes his way. Jack's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And even though he's been incredible from the field so far, his team still hasn't been able to get the edge in this one.
Now here's Harris. Marjanovic passes to Johnson. Marjanovic kicks to Young. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Johnson dishes to Harris. Good, it's Johnson with the assist that time.
You saw that one.
Harris has got his first points of the night. Well, so often rookies will have a hard time keeping up with the pace of the NBA game on the floor and on the schedule as well. Prez feeling perhaps a bit of that.
And you don't have back-to-backs or 4 games in 5 nights in college. There's just no way to know how hard it could be with the NBA schedule being what it is.
Now Harris following Jared Jack's three-point attempt. Harris kicks to Marjanovic. Harris passes to Young. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shot on the wing. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And Prez is just great at getting his shot over the top of defenders. Even with good defense, he connects.
Jack against Harris. And Jack kicks to Millsap. From 11 feet away, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons ahead. They lead by 13. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down to his good team, asking a little bit more from the energy standpoint, more effort from his guys.
Yeah, I think he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Schroeder runs the point with Korver to his side. Mike's got out there with Howard, and it's Millsap in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now here's Millsap. Back to Schroeder. Lets it go from deep. Morris with the rebound. Detroit leading by 13. Caldwell Pope dishes to Morris. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pistons. Schroeder kicks to Howard. Korver sets the screen for Schroeder. Outside Millsap. A three-pointer off the mark.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Connects from three-point range.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Millsap. A fadeaway J off the mark.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Millsap with the steal. Takes it from 10. Uses the glass to pop it in.
Well, Millsap really wants the shot anytime he can get it from there. That's his comfort zone.
Jackson against Korver. Morris kicks to Jackson. Morris with a screen on Korver. Here's Jackson. And Detroit again with the bucket. The Hawks trail by 18. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Millsap. Morris with the rebound.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 5th assist in this one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Millsap a screen. Wooder passes to Howard. Kicks to Millsap. Dishes it to Scott. The feed to Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Korver from the arc. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Caldwell Pope outside. When you look at the growth of the game internationally, you have some that say the system of development is better abroad in Europe than other countries. What do you think?
Well, the club system, Kevin, over there, and having a player involved at the age of 12 years old, all the way up to 20 years old, playing with your same countrymen, being pushed around by professionals, getting professional coaching, and the type of practice regimen that they have. Most of the time, 2 days practice for most of the season, that's going to get you in pretty good shape and teach you the fundamentals of the game.
And a lot of those fundamentals, a lot of those practices were established by former coaches from this country that would go over there and hold these summer camps.
That's right. A lot of them implemented what they learned from the coaches from the United States and then took them to the next level. And again, a lot of those coaches who traveled from the United States to Europe really were instrumental in what it is that has now become the European development of basketball.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pistons.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight. And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight for Jackson.
Well, I stand up and applaud this performance. The way he was able to keep everybody on the same page with his passing was tremendous. True floor general out there tonight.
Now here's Jackson, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Morris outside. Caldwell Pope dishes to Morris. Here's Jackson. Off target from 3-point range. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Celtics in Boston.
Well, that pass went according to plan.
If these guys are focused on making a push with the basketball, they can be very good.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Guys, you guys picked it up because I didn't even show up tonight. You were fine, right, Prezzies? Hey, if that's what you call fine, then we gotta talk, bro. Because I was terrible.
I mean, I was trying to be a friend.
Nah, I appreciate it.
Man, it takes to go to me again. Alright, guys, so basically, let's do the practice right quick. We won against the Atlanta Hawks. We're going up against the Orlando Magics. So, let's do that right quick. Alright, so in the next episode, we'll be going up against the Orlando Magic, so stay tuned for that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 more games before we end the December season. So once we end the December season, it will be way closer to the playoffs, but not really, but like halfway there. So we still got to do February, March, April. So April is the last month. That's when we'll be entering the playoffs. So stay tuned for that. We're going up against the Orlando Magic right now. We're still in December. But yeah, man, next episode, we're going up against the Orlando Magic. So let me do this right quick, then I'm going to end the video. Alright guys, so I'm in the video right here. If y'all enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Trying to post mostly every day, every week when I have free time, and hopefully y'all enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Catch you guys in the next video.